Hey, good morning. Here's Marcus again. I just wanna do a little update concerning about my harvest, soybean harvest this year, and I just wanna tell, give you some information how it's going. Well, we started last month with the first soybeans that was, and well, the yields are really pretty good if you consider how dry it was last year and the beginning in October and November. They yield over 3,000 kilos, 2,600 kilos in hectares. So it really a good surprise, I can say. These soybeans here now is yielding something about 3,900, and if you consider that October was pretty dry, yes, of course, this soybeans, this variety can yield something about 5,000 kilos or almost 5,000 kilos, but of course that is a potential, but the reality is a little bit different. Yes, you have this challenge this year with the drought, and yes, maybe someone will ask, because of the soil that cannot hold so much water in the soil. I have no idea how the soil is in the United States in the Corn Belt, but over here, yes, their soil are mixed, so it depends from farm to farm how they manage to throw the no tillage, because even though here in the tropical region a lot of farmers are tilling the soil every 2 years or something like that, they are, it's the no tillage system as it should be. Farmers are not doing here in Mato Grosso as it should be, with crop rotation and with cover crops. And it's like myself, and the last years I didn't use any kind of cover crops, so it just was soybeans and corn. And this system just kept the organic matter stable in the soil. I have in this field probably I have a bit over 3% and 2.5% organic matter. That's pretty good for our region. But I have other fields that are really lower, 2% or 2.5%. So yes, that's something that makes a difference. If you have organic matter, that you can keep longer water in the soil. On this soil is particular here is a bit more, has more clay, is and 55% of clay. I don't remember what's the percentage of sand and silt. Yes, yeah, that's the point. So yes, what's more, I can't say about the other regions how farmers are yielding. I believe that the information that I have is the same that you guys have in the United States, because all this channels on YouTube or whatever, this people, this specialists they are saying the same thing. If I listen to Brazilians, an agency, or in the United States, some YouTube that I follow, some it's the same news, it's the same thing. They didn't see any change. It's just talking about no one knows how big it will be the crop this year, soybeans crops, and yes, you have to just wait to finish and we'll see how big was the losses here in Mato Grosso, because in the region of Sinop, what I've heard from the dealers, they say, the farmers are willing, harvesting the same amount of soybeans as I am, so the yields are pretty much the same. So it's really the case that are looking ugly as down south, Sorriso and Lucas Rio Verde, Nova Mutum, Diamantino, Chapada, Campo Novo dos Parecis. There are really places that are really bad, because one thing is because the farmers don't wait for the rain to have really a good amount of rain, so they're just it's 17th September, so they start seeding and they don't look back, and so I believe that's on issue, because they already purchased the inputs for the second crop and safrinha crop, and so they don't wait. It's like what happened with my neighbor. He didn't wait as well, and just start with sowing his beans and stopped when it was finished. And I don't know. I didn't ask how is his harvest going, how the yields are going, but really I don't know. Maybe the guy will have good safrinha crop, so he will harvest really good corn, and maybe corn will recover the price because we figure out that there is not so much corn here in Brazil, and consumption is the same, and probably in the domestic market will be different from the international market, and I don't know, maybe prices could rise here. So I don't know, because I believe that a lot of people think that Mato Grosso will have the same area of corn, safrinha crop, but that won't be the case. I don't think that soybeans are planted in November. There is enough time to plant corn. So if you corn that is planted in the beginning of March is really too late. It's really there's no time to develop the grain, so the kernel later, because as I said in other videos last year, that you must have something about over 100 millimeters of water or 150 millimeters of rain, amount of rain in April. So really very well distributed in April. So if it's not the case, it is for corn that have been sown in February. So if it are later in March, so it's really have to have rain in May, and May it's really rare to have some good rain. It's like April is changing. It's cutting the rain. It's many cases it's just a spotty. It's not overall rain. It rains in all the region. There's only some spots, and yes, I have no idea. I hope that price will start to getting higher, but till now nothing changes. It's really, you have the price of the corn every year is just the half of what it was last year. So you can imagine that it's not really attractive. So of course that a lot of farmers are really cutting the costs, and so what this means is fertilizer, is nitrogen, is urea, that are not applying that much this year, and of course that will be the amount will be the yields will be lower this year. Consequently, yes. What's more, I don't know about the forecast today. I believe that you can have some showers this today, and yeah. I don't remember if I mentioned the amount of rain from January. I believe that on the other video in German. So you have over 500 millimeters of rain in January. It was really, I believe it's above the average from January. That have here on my farm. In February I have I already have over 200 millimeters. So yeah, it's raining really pretty much a lot, so it's normal. I remember in 2015 or 16 when we had the last big or strong El Nino. February was dry. It was really dry. You could harvest combine till 9 p.m. at night. So it's not common because the soil is really wet. So if the sun is going down, you already have some problems, some issues to cut the beans here. So it really, soil is then pretty wet, so it doesn't work to harvest at night here usually. But yesterday you could until 8 p.m. because it was all day sunny, and you have sun and sunshine, and when it was windy, so it really dry out the soybean. So it was really dry. I believe something like 14% of humidity, and or even lower. So yeah, but last night later it rained, and so you have to wait to dry out to continue with the harvest. Well, I believe that's it. It's already 10 minutes. I believe that's reach a long video. And yes, maybe I do some other videos, and see you guys.